Alright, let's talk about a moment that felt bigger than just figure skating. Bigger than medals. Bigger than one competition. This was about pride. About joy. About America showing up on the world stage and shining. On February 22nd, at the historic arena in Verona, the curtain officially closed on the 25th Winter Olympic Games in Milan, Cortina. For 17 unforgettable days, the world watched athletes push their limits. Records were broken. Tears were shed. Dreams came true. And when the Olympic flame was finally extinguished inside that ancient Roman amphitheater, one name stood out in the hearts of millions. Alysa Liu. If you watched the closing ceremony, you saw something special. Not just a champion. Not just a gold medalist. But a young American who looked completely alive in the moment. She walked into the arena wearing a knit cap, smiling, filming her teammate Amber Glenn on her phone like a proud friend instead of a superstar. That's the thing about Alysa. Even after winning 2 gold medals for Team USA, one in the women's individual event and one in the team competition, she still looked like she was just grateful to be there. And that humility? That's powerful. Let's put this in perspective. Before the Olympics even started, Alysa Liu had around 330,000 followers on Instagram. That's already impressive. But what happened next was something you rarely see in Olympic history. After her historic performance in Milan, Cortina, her follower count exploded. 10 times over. It soared past 3.3 million. And within hours, it crossed 4 million and kept climbing. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. That happens when the world feels something. Her free skate performance electrified the arena. If you were watching live, you know exactly what I mean. The energy shifted the moment she stepped onto the ice. Every glide looked effortless. Every jump felt controlled. Every landing clean. There was a freedom in her skating, a confidence without arrogance.
She wasn't just executing elements. She was performing with heart. The crowd responded instantly. You could hear it. The cheers built with each combination. By the final spin, the arena was on its feet. It wasn't just a technical victory. It was emotional. And when her scores confirmed gold, the reaction was pure joy. But what made it even more powerful was what happened next. At the medal ceremony, Alysa didn't talk about pressure. She didn't talk about critics. She didn't talk about proving anyone wrong. She said this: I'm so happy to be able to share this moment with everyone. Standing on such a big stage makes me incredibly happy. I feel such a huge sense of fulfillment. That's it. No drama. No ego. Just gratitude. She also revealed that her gold costume, the now iconic dress that shimmered under the lights, was her favorite dress she has ever worn in competition. And honestly, it felt symbolic. The gold wasn't just a color choice. It was destiny. Then she said something that really stood out. This journey has been incredible. My life is truly blessed. I have no complaints. I'm grateful for everything. Think about that for a second. In a world where athletes are constantly under pressure, constantly compared, constantly judged, here's a 20-year-old American champion saying she has no complaints. That mindset is rare. And it's inspiring. But this story isn't just about medals and followers. It's about representation. It's about resilience. It's about America's next generation of athletes stepping forward with strength and grace.
During the closing ceremony, one of the most heartwarming moments was when Alysa celebrated Japan's Ami Nakai, who won bronze in the women's free skate. Cameras caught Alysa cheering enthusiastically, genuinely happy for her competitor. That's sportsmanship. That's character. And that's leadership. Team USA had an incredible Winter Games overall, but Alysa Liu became the face of it. Not because she demanded attention, but because her performance demanded respect. The United States walked away from Milan, Cortina with pride, and figure skating once again proved to be one of America's strongest Olympic traditions. Let's remember something important. American figure skating has a legendary history. From past icons who defined generations to today's rising stars, The pressure to carry that legacy is enormous. Yet Alysa didn't skate like someone carrying weight on her shoulders. She skated like someone free. Free to express. Free to compete. Free to win. And that freedom is what made her unstoppable. Social media numbers are one thing. They show popularity. But what they really represent is connection. 4 million people didn't just click follow because she won. They followed because they felt inspired. They saw authenticity. They saw a young American athlete who represents dedication without bitterness, excellence without arrogance, and confidence without cruelty. That's the kind of athlete parents want their kids to look up to. That's the kind of champion America can be proud of. And let's talk about that pride for a moment. When the American flag was raised and the national anthem played, you could see it in her eyes. That mixture of disbelief and gratitude. It's one thing to win. It's another to win for your country on the biggest stage in the world.
2 gold medals. 2. That's not luck. That's preparation meeting opportunity. It's years of early mornings. It's injuries. It's sacrifices. It's discipline when no one is watching. And in that closing ceremony, as the Olympic flame dimmed and the stadium lights reflected off ancient stone walls in Verona, you could feel that this was more than the end of an event. It felt like the beginning of a new era. Alysa Liu isn't just a champion now. She's a symbol. A symbol of what happens when talent, hard work, and belief come together at exactly the right time. And if this Olympics showed us anything, it's that American figure skating is not just alive, it's thriving. So what comes next? That's the exciting part. At just 20 years old, Alysa's career is still unfolding. The confidence she displayed in Milan, Cortina suggests that this is only the start. Sponsors will come. Media attention will grow. Expectations will rise. But if her words after winning gold are any indication, she's grounded, grateful, focused, and ready. The world saw her brilliance. America felt her victory. And history recorded her name. When people look back at the Milan, Cortina Winter Olympics years from now, they'll remember many moments. But they'll especially remember the young American skater in gold who moved like she was born for that ice. They'll remember the follower count exploding overnight. They'll remember the smile. They'll remember the humility. And they'll remember that Team USA stood tall. This wasn't just a win for one athlete. This was a win for American resilience. For American excellence. For American spirit. The flame may have gone out in Verona. But the fire Alysa Liu ignited? That's just getting started. And America couldn't be more proud.